Okay. I love you, I do need you, I do love you, I do need you. I love you, I do need you. I love you, I do need you. I love you, I do need you, I do love you, I do need you. I love you, I do need you. I love you, I do need you.
Right, let's see if this is on. It looks like it is on. Actually, hold on, let's play this, and I think we will be starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Yo guys, Bluesnod here, and welcome back to another video. First of all, I do apologize the fact that the stream was delayed because apparently my internet become shit again, and also this is my first time that I am actually streaming since I got a new internet. Okay, so hopefully it gets a little bit better, although judging by the fact that we already had 3 failed attempts of trying to get this stream going, it's not looking good. Okay, it's definitely not looking good. Also, by the way, let me just adjust this camera because it's a little bit toward the left. But yeah, obviously this video is sort of a video that I was going to just record it, but then I found out that I actually didn't have time to do it, and I had so much things to do in terms of editing and all those kind of videos. I just decided, you know what, I might as well just kind of like do a live stream and do kind of like a yearly review. So this is going to be completely unedited, and of course, since it is a live stream, I cannot edit either way. But like I said, this is a 2017 channel review. By the way, I was originally going to try to do a compilation of 2017, but I just ran out of time. I just didn't have any time to like edit that stuff, and I kind of thought of that idea literally a couple of days ago. But yeah, obviously 2017, what a year it's been. It's been another successful year. I remember last year that I did do a compilation video, and how I told you guys all these kind of things that I did, including going to like Copa America, attending an ICC match, watching a Chelsea match for the first time, and watching my Chelsea play for the first time, and also doing the inaugural season of the baseball and also the match vlog. And obviously this season we continue with baseball vlog and also the match vlog, and I think this season probably, especially for the match vlog, this is probably the first season where people actually started to know me. And I'll tell you what, you know, I've been to a couple of Quakes games this season, and I'm getting started to getting a little bit more recognition. I mean, I have seen a couple of fans that have showed up, come up to me and say that you're the guy that of course did all the video, and obviously I appreciate all of you guys that comes to that watch this game, and that you of course are Quakes fans, and you realize that you know, you of course watch my video, and you also come to the channel to do right. Well, this right, let's let me just right, let's see if this is actually on right now. I hope this is on, because I'm not sure if the stream is working. Oh, there we go. It is now working, and I think we are going to once again start again. I'm not sure why my elapsed time is currently like that, but actually let me right, let us begin once again. Hopefully the stream will start very soon, and it's gonna be starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Yo guys, Bluesnod here, and welcome back to another video. Today I am back with another 2017 channel review video. This is a video slash a stream that I'm gonna be reviewing all the things that I've done in 2017, and there has been a lot of things that we have done in 2017. I think this year probably is the year where I started to do some really kind of like settle into my YouTube channel, because I think last year I was just still kind of like trying everything else and trying to like upload as many different genre it is. But this year I think what I decided to do, and I made an announcement video a couple of months ago, that I want to focus a little bit more on sports kind of content. I want to start focus my channel only on sports thing, because I used to do like gaming video, and of course I still do gaming video with FIFA 18 and stuff like that, but I don't do like train sim or simulation games. So that's one of the big steps that I have. And of course, let's see, shout out to Jacob Amonzo in the stream. Houston, of course, is staying with us. Obviously, if you guys haven't heard about that news, you can of course go check it out on the Quakes website, and also check out my reaction video that I have just done, I think a day ago. I think I did it yesterday, I'm not quite sure, but yeah, I already did a reaction video to that. And speaking of the Quakes, let's actually talk about this season's match vlog. I mean, I'll tell you what, I think this season in terms of match vlog, I know this is season 2, but I feel like this is the first time in pretty much my YouTube career that I actually started to get recognition. I mean, there's been a couple of times when I went to Quakes game, and when I go to Avaya Stadium, there are a couple of people that comes up to me and say that I watch your video, and that is something that I never expected this to happen. I never thought that I was gonna get recognition when I go to the game. But you know, for all of you that of course at least say hello to me and at least appreciate all the work that I had done with like the match vlog and stuff like that, I obviously want to thank you guys, and hopefully next season I will meet a couple more of you. And of course, if you are a Quakes fan and if you want to meet me, the easiest way to do it is just doing the pre-game. I will be down near the terraces, near the standing terrace under the scoreboard, and I'll be just there watching some pre-game warm-ups, and I always will be there until 15 minutes before the game starts. So go there and check me out. It's the easiest way to meet me. Other than that, you can also probably meet me like around section 124. That of course is where I will be sitting. He's gonna be great, and I can't believe we let go of Bingham. But yeah, I mean, unfortunately, we had to let go of Bingham, and I did make an announcement or a reaction video to that, so make sure you guys go check it out. But yeah, I mean, this season, going to review like this season match vlog, what a crazy year this is. I mean, I did like 13, I think, was it 13 episode or maybe 14? I did like 14 episode in the match vlog, and I'll tell you what, it's been a roller coaster season. I mean, despite the fact that most of the match vlog, except maybe, I think there's only one game out of the 14 that I saw the Quakes lost, and that was against LA back in May. It's been quite amazing too. And I think if you ask me my favorite video of the entire 2017 and which video really stands out to be the best video of 2017, it has to be that Minnesota United game and that match vlog that I did when the Quakes played Minnesota United, because that was a playoff decider. We literally were down to we were in the final day. All we had to do was just win that game, and then we of course will move on to the playoffs for the first time in 5 years. And the drama in that game was incredible. I mean, the drama was absolutely insane. I mean, we of course took the lead in that game, and then they of course scored back, and then we took the lead again in the second half, and then they equalized in the 82nd minute, I believe, and then we score a 93rd minute winner to clinch ourselves into the playoffs. I mean, it just doesn't get any better than that. And as much as I would say that, you know, earlier this season when we did score a 93rd minute winner against LA in the Cali Clasico, and by the way, that obviously, I would say that's an honorable mention in terms of my favorite videos that I have recorded this season, because, you know, that was kind of crazy, the fact that, you know, we score a 93rd minute winner at the Cali Clasico in front of 50,000 strong, and the scenes of that game was also crazy. But I'll tell you what, the Minnesota game, the fact that when we win this game, we move ourselves into the playoffs, and even though we lost 5-0 to the Whitecaps in the playoffs, the fact is that of all this whole season, of such a roller coaster ride that is, and how I feel like that game probably just summarized the whole season for the Quakes, of how it's just been an up and down and up and down, and it's just been an emotional roller coaster ride. But somehow we made it to the playoffs, and yeah, that of course is by far the best video that I have created this year. It might be the best game that I ever attended in my entire life too. This coming year is going to be dope with the World Cup. Oh, well, yeah, the World Cup, I try not to think about that. Like, that is probably, maybe if I would say, the most disappointing thing of this year. And probably one video that I really hate to make was that US reaction of how when we lost to Trinidad and Tobago, and how we of course did not qualify for the World Cup. That was probably the low point of my life. That was probably the worst, if not the worst thing that I had in this year. I mean, I know you could kind of say that the worst thing this year was when I did like the baseball vlog, and how I went 9 games without seeing the Giants win. Like, the first 9 episodes of the baseball vlog were all losses, and it was shocking the fact that that was the case. It almost feels like how, you know, the previous year when I did my baseball vlog, and how I saw the Giants win every single time until the last game of the, well, not the last game of the season, but the last baseball vlog of season 1, which we lost in heartbreaking fashion against the Cubs. And I don't really want to talk about that game, because that's another one of those games that I really want to forget. But, you know, this season, in terms of the baseball vlog, it was awful too. We went 9 games. It was like a curse literally buried into me. But for some reason, when we did end the baseball vlog having seen my team won like 4 out of 6 or something like that. But yeah, that probably is another honorable mention for just one of the worst moment of this year. I feel Argentina is gonna win rematch against. Well, for me, if you ask me who I'm gonna be root for, I'm actually gonna root for England. Yes, I know, I'm rooting for England. I don't know why in the world I want to root for England, considering the fact that, you know, England, they always tend to bottle it in big tournament, just as what happened in the Euros. But, you know, I just don't have any other team to root for. I don't really have any other favorite team that I want to root for. Maybe Iceland might be another team that I might root for in the World Cup because of the underdog story, but the main team I'm gonna root for is England, and I have been rooting for England as my second team in the World Cup for the last 2 World Cups. So, you know, might as well just root for them again. And in terms of who's gonna win, it's still very early because I feel like there's still a long way to go. Anything can happen. Obviously, we might have some big injury that can occur to one of these nations that is participating. But I think, for me, I think Germany could win this because you look at how they did in the Confederation Cup and how they just, even with an under 22 squad that they had, they still won the whole thing. Although one thing I will say is that, you know, no team has ever won the World Cup after they won the Confederation Cup in the previous year. So history is definitely not on Germany's side, and I just feel like there are definitely a lot of teams that I think could potentially make the case. I think France is another team that you could make a case that they might win the World Cup. Argentina, I don't really think, for me, I'm not really sure if Argentina is going to go back. I know, obviously, this probably might be the last chance for Messi to get into the world, well, not get in, but win the whole thing. But I just think that, you know, Argentina, with the way that they were, especially in the qualifying round where they looked so poor and almost did not qualify the tournament, I just feel like they're probably not going to reach as far as people would think, and probably it might be it'll be like an all-European kind of final again. So yeah, but either way, like I said, actually going back to this year and all the things I've done, I'll tell you what, it's been, I know I've been saying it a lot of time, but it has been just such an amazing year. That is, we've done so many different things, and also I think that next year, obviously, there's going to be a lot of different things that's going to happen. I'm going to continue to do my match vlog and also my baseball vlog. It will be season 3, and also we continue doing the Sports Hop series, which, by the way, despite the fact that, you know, the Sports Hop series is not really getting as much views as I wanted to, it's been quite crazy. The fact that for the first 15 episodes, we have saw so many crazy things in the Sports Hop series. We have saw hockey fights, we had saw a complete brawl at the end of the game, we saw 13 minutes of stoppage time, we saw some crazy scoring, we saw some shootout, we also even saw a team won a championship, and then after that they fold. So it's been kind of everything so far in the Sports Hop series, and hopefully next season, not next season, but next year, I will continue to bring you guys more kind of sports hop thing, because I want to start doing some ground hop thing. I mean, I'm never really a person that is a very good kind of, like, I never really considered ground hop as a thing that I should do, but I think what happened was, you know, for those of you that wonder how in the world did I get this Sports Hop series and how I have become kind of like a ground hopper, well, it's because I watch a guy called Andy Green, and he obviously have a YouTube channel too, but I watched his video and I watched him do like kind of like non-league stuff and doing some like ground hops and stuff like that, and that's just a big inspiration to me, and I started to love the content, and I decided, you know what, since I of course watched this guy do all these kind of stuff, I might as well just do it too. I mean, it's also kind of the reason why I made this YouTube channel in some way, because I have seen other YouTubers do it, and I just thought, you know what, why not do it too. But either way, I think next year, in terms of the Sports Hop series, obviously there are going to be, I know there's going to be some new teams that has already introduced. I've been keeping a lot of news on like kind of like the non-league side, and there are more teams coming in the Bay Area. In fact, I also heard that we are going to get a USL team. I heard that Oakland is going to get one very soon. Well, actually not very soon, but like 2021 and stuff like that. But yeah, that should be very interesting. Hopefully there's going to be some, hopefully when they have the new team there, you know, I can obviously watch their games and stuff like that. And also, I'm really hoping that Sacramento get the MLS expansion. I hope when they announce it next season, Sacramento will be in the MLS, because I want to do an away day in the MLS. The closest away day that I can do is literally LA, and that's 400 miles away. So I just thought that, you know what, I need to do a proper kind of away day. Sacramento is going to be the closest city if they do award a franchise. And yeah, I really wanna go there to do an away day. I mean, I kind of did it with the baseball vlog, with me going to see the Giants take on the A's. Well, that, of course, I can afford to do that is because Oakland is literally across where I live. It's across the bay, but I just really hope that we can do the same thing with my match vlog and stuff like that. I actually almost did it. I actually went to like Portland a couple. I remember I went to like Portland to see the Quakes take on the Timbers, and I actually took the train to there, and it turns out the train arrived 6 hours late. And I actually did like a vlog of this, and I said the train arrived 6 hours late, and by the time it got to Portland it was like 10 p.m. and I was so pissed at the fact that I missed that game. I even had tickets to that game. It was one of the first sporting events where I brought tickets for the event, but I never showed up. I never went to the game. So hopefully this year I will do kind of like an away day and stuff like that. Can you give me a shout out what you think about yep, shout out to Sebastian Gonzalez for being a very loyal subscriber to my channel. What do the Quakes need? To be fair, I kind of don't want to talk a lot about the upcoming Quakes season because, you know, this is a channel review but not really a team kind of preview of 2018 season. But just to tell you guys a little bit about what I expect the Quakes needs is that I feel like I said that in some of the comments from my last video. I said that we're gonna probably need some more center back piece. Well, it turns out that I found out that we actually had a pretty good depth in the center back piece. I realized that we also signed 3 new players from Reno, and the fact that we also have Howard Cummins and who else? Who was the other center back that I have? I forgot what was his name, but you know, we have some depth in the center back position, but I think the fullback is where we're gonna have to look into, because I feel like besides Lima on the right back, we just don't have a reliable kind of fullback. And I know that Kuber guy, some people say that he potentially will play there, but like I said, back when I make this kind of reaction video about him coming into the Quakes, I wasn't very satisfied that he could potentially be a good kind of left back for us. And the fact that we only have like 2 real fullback in this game, or not in this game, but in the team right now, I think that is something that we just need to address. I think we'll probably address it in the draft coming up. By the way, the draft is going to be coming up very soon, so I think we're going to draft a couple of fullback, a couple of very talented fullback on the team. I heard a couple of people on the Reddit page said that, you know, we should be able to get a very kind of talented fullback, despite the fact that we are currently, we are going to be I think in the 12th spot in terms of the position that we will be picking the players from the draft. So it's a little bit lower than what we expected, but you know, fullbacks are usually not the most hyped players. A lot of teams usually don't look at fullbacks as their first kind of priority in the draft, so we should get a pretty quality thing. And your channel is awesome. Thank you for that, Sebastian Gonzalez. And I'll tell you what, I'm really hoping that next year things are gonna get even more better with this channel. I mean, this year we already have got twice as amount of subscriber than we did a year ago. I mean, that is absolutely insane. And in the last couple of days, I actually got like 20 something subscriber. Well, it kind of helped the fact that when I did that NFL vlog a couple of days ago and how it got like 3,000 views in a span of 3 days. I mean, that was pretty crazy. And of course, yes, I know about the hater. There are of course haters in my channel. I know there's gonna be there are Galaxy fans that of course commented in some of my videos saying that they hate my team, but that is the way it is. I mean, that of course is the way YouTube works. You are of course going to get some haters in my channel, and I really don't care at all about it. I mean, you know, I don't care if people say that I of course are not doing, I am not of course showing you guys enough action in my match vlog, which by the way, next season it's gonna be a I'm gonna limit in terms of you guys, well, not you guys, but in terms of me showing like actual action of the game, because if you guys don't know, right, the game footage that I have, some of the game footage that I have, it's technically not legal, okay? I technically cannot film like the footage of the game because of copyrights and stuff like that, and I kind of are getting away with it a little bit. So because of that, I decided that next season I'm gonna show a little bit less. I'll still show a little bit, but I won't show as much, where, you know, the Quakes are gonna be knocking on my door and saying that you cannot film anymore because it violates the copyright rules and stuff like that. Come to Modesto. Mr. T is the best donut shop here. If you guys have like a non-league football team in Modesto, I can always come there. Although Modesto is pretty far from where I live. It's about like 100 and something miles, but I could come. I mean, I'm trying to, when I do these kind of like sports talk thing, I'm trying to like go to some places that's a little bit further, but at the same time, you know, with the Bay Area and how there are already a lot of teams in the Bay Area to choose for, I don't really need to like go all the way to like out in the countryside to see a non-league soccer game. And also, it's a little bit kind of crazy, the fact that I would go like 140 miles for a non-league game, but I of course might do, because, you know, I'm sort of a crazy guy sometime in terms of these non-league kind of stuff. I mean, in fact, I think it was yesterday when I did like my Sports Hop episode, when I arrived at the stadium, I was the only spectator in that game for like 10 minutes until somebody actually showed up. But yeah, let's see, yeah, I'll check it out if I ever get a chance to go to Modesto, but you know, Modesto is pretty far from where I live, so I don't know if I have a chance to actually go there, just like in a regular basis. I'll probably go there, actually, I think next season I'm planning to maybe go to Fresno to see that new USL team play. And since I, of course, will be passing by Modesto, because Modesto is on the 99, I'll probably will stop by Modesto and check out that donut shop there and see how it's gonna go. Maybe I even will include it in my vlog, and yeah, I mean, I don't know when I'm gonna probably go to Fresno to watch the USL team play. Probably maybe like in May or April. Well, actually not May. May is when I have the final exam. Probably like June or either April when I go down to see them play. But yeah, that should be very, very interesting. And yeah, I'm not sure if there's anything else I need to talk about this season. Oh, yes. Let me just tell you guys probably what is, in terms of course like the match vlog, what of course is my favorite moment in terms of the match vlog, or not my favorite moment, I'm sorry, but my favorite kind of goal of the season. And probably this actually is probably not a contest at all. My favorite goal of the season has to be probably the Godoy goal, where he scored it from like 30 or odd yards out. I mean, I know technically you could say that the Godoy kind of chip that he did in the opening game against Montreal was pretty decent, but you know, the Godoy shot from 30 something odds out to complete that comeback that we had, I mean, it was insane. Like, that is an absolute insane goal. I mean, I don't know. Do you guys agree the fact that the Godoy goal that he scored against Vancouver was probably the best goal of the season that I have saw? I mean, I still think that maybe the first game where he of course made that chip, maybe that was a little bit better. How many Quakes player have you met? Unfortunately, 0. I have not met any Quakes player, although I'm trying. I probably should have done last season when right near the end of the season, when the Quakes had like an autograph session, and I decided to like skip it because I had to take the train back home. I think I should have just stayed and probably take the next train back home, although the next train was like 1.5 hours after the train that I was supposed to take. So yeah, that's why I decided, you know what, I just want to go home. I mean, I want to meet some of the Quakes player. I mean, I think, you know, hopefully from what I know from last season when the Quakes they kind of had like a little fan fest in that an exhibition game against the Sacramento Republic, and how the tickets were like free for season ticket member. And by the way, I am now a season ticket member of the San Jose Earthquakes. This is the first season that I will be a season ticket member. I'm very proud to be a Quake season ticket member, and now pretty much put my devotion into this team, even though technically I've been putting my devotion in this team for like the last 4 years. But yeah, I mean, hopefully this season they'll have something very similar to what they did last season, which was have an exhibition game that is going to be free for season ticket holder, and we get to meet the players, and also we can do I remember last season we had like a Q&A session for Jesse Forinelli, and I'll probably maybe, if they're gonna have the same thing again, I'll probably do kind of like a short kind of video where let me know in the comments below what exactly you want me to ask Jesse Forinelli if I have a chance to do it, because I want to at least ask one other question to our GM to see how it's gonna go. I think that goal was pretty, I really like the Hika goal at Real Salt Lake chip over the player and shot it. That is not, well, first of all, that also is another pretty good goal, and also that game wasn't against RSL, that was actually against FC Dallas. That was a pretty good goal too. That was kind of right up there too, but you know, I still think that, you know, the Godoy goal, and also keep in mind, I did say that I'm gonna be choosing my favorite goal that I was actually at the game, and since I wasn't at that game between the Quakes and FC Dallas, because that game was an away game and I'm not gonna obviously go to Dallas to watch the Quakes play since it was very far, but yeah, I mean, that would have been a good goal too. That would have been maybe beat the Godoy one, but for me, the goal that I really liked when I was actually at the stadium was that Godoy 30-yard screamer against the Whitecaps. But in terms, of course, my favorite game in terms of the match vlog, oh, this is where it gets tough, because there was a lot of good games in the match vlog. I mean, there's been a lot of kind of, there was a lot of late winner and a lot of last minute goal last season. So because of that, I'm actually just gonna do like a top 5 in terms of my favorite games from last season. I think in terms of 5th, I would say maybe that Dallas game when we won like 1-0, or not 1-0, but we drew 1-1 against Dallas, where we literally looked like we were gonna lose that game, but somehow in some way Hika put a goal right near the death, literally right in the final moment of the game, and we drew that game 1-1. So that was probably my 5th favorite game. My 4th favorite game was the 3-1 win against the Galaxy in the US Open Cup. I mean, that game was just an absolute amazing game. It was like when we were up like 3-1, it was like party mode right now. Like the fan, I was sitting there like the ultras, and they were like saying as loud as they came. It was just a party right now at that point when we were up 3-1 and stuff like that. And actually we won that game 3-2. And what was my 3rd favorite game? Oh, my 3rd favorite game was that comeback between the Whitecaps and the Quakes, where we were down 2-0 in that game, and we came back winning 3-2. And I'll tell you what, that comeback, you know, it was kind of not expected it, but at the same time, the Whitecaps kind of shoot themselves in the foot when they were reduced down to 10 men after they were up 2-0, and then we basically score a goal in the 35th minute. We could have equalized in the 37th minute if we didn't score like an offside goal. And then of course, I think who scored that second goal? I think it was, oh god, I forgot who scored that second goal. It might have been Hika that scored that second goal, and then Godoy, of course, with that 30-yard screamer that, you know, is also my favorite goal of the season. You know, that was probably my third most favorite game of the season. In terms of my second favorite game, it has to be the Cali Classico at LA, or not at LA, but at Stamford, when we scored a 93rd minute winner. It was Salinas that scored the 93rd minute winner. I mean, it was just absolute scenes in the stadium. I mean, if you go back and watch that vlog, you can see people were jumping up in joy. I went to Philly game at home, and it was a wreck, bro. Is this oh yeah, the Philly game. Oh, I didn't go to that one because I literally just came back from vacation. Yeah, I mean, that game, I'll tell you what, that game, you know, if I would have went to that game, I wouldn't include that into the top 5 either, mainly because we should have won that game. Like, that game, I don't know how in the world we actually pulled off 1 point. We were just so poor in that game, and you know, I just think that maybe the Dallas one was more impressive, because at that point Dallas was just so good. They were like one of the best team in the league before they had that massive meltdown in the second half of the season, and to able to come back against Dallas and get a 1-1 draw in that game was pretty impressive. But yeah, going back to what I said about my second favorite game, like I said, it's the Cali Classico at Stamford, when we beat LA, literally robbed LA at the last minute, pretty much vintage 2013 stuff, by scoring a 93rd minute winner to beat them 2-1. But of course, my favorite moment, and probably my favorite game that I've ever attended, I already said it a lot of times, but it has to be that Minnesota United versus Quakes game. I mean, just scoring a 93rd minute winner, that's the first checkbox to be the best game. Second, it has some big implication. That's the second one. And third, it was also a win too. So yeah, I'll tell you what, it's gonna take a lot to try to beat that as the best game that I have ever attended. Maybe a crazy kind of 5-4 kind of resort, but that was just truly probably the greatest moment that I have seen the Quakes play ever, of all my time being a Quakes fan. Now, of course, I will be talking a little bit about the baseball vlog and kind of like my favorite moment in the baseball vlog. And well, actually, I forgot to say what was my worst moment in terms of the match vlog. It obviously is the 4-2 loss against LA. I mean, honestly, that game, to be fair, that game was a very entertaining game. I mean, it was like 3-2 at halftime. There was a lot of goals, but the fact is the team just completely disappeared in the second half in that game was just shocking. Like, I don't honestly know why in the world they just did not show up at all in the second half, and we went on to lose 4-2 in that game. So that, of course, was the worst moment in terms of the match vlog. Now, in terms, of course, the baseball vlog and what was my best moment, there hasn't been a lot of good moment in the baseball vlog, but I gotta say it has to be that last game of the season when the Giants beat the Padres thanks to a walk-off home run by Pablo Sandoval. And I'll tell you what, that was, I mean, it almost felt like that was very scripted too. The fact that, you know, you would, after just such a horrendous season, and the fact that we had a chance to win the game and try to walk it off, and how Panda potentially playing his last game, and, you know, it looked like all he had to do was just hit a home run, and that, of course, would kind of like cement the fact that he's going out of being a Giants player on a high. And it turns out that exactly is what happened. And, you know, I didn't really celebrate a lot. I didn't really kind of like just jump up and down like I would do with some of the best moment with the match vlog, but it was just really just a very good way to end the season after just such a frustrating season it is. And the fact that I have been dealt with so much in that baseball vlog that I just feel like there need to be something that is gonna be very happy, and I think that walk-off home run by Pablo Sandoval to close out the season, the very last play of the season, and we won it. That was probably the best moment in the baseball vlog. Now, In terms of the worst moment in the baseball vlog, oh god, I'll tell you what, there's a lot to choose from because there was a lot of bad gameplay in the baseball vlog. I know, again, I think I'll probably do like top 5 worst again. Well, actually, I'll probably won't do that because there's just so many bad games. Like, there is just so many bad games, and I also saw a couple of just really ugly blowout. I think we lost like 7-2 to the Royals. That was a very bad game. And then I remember when we were playing against the Nats and we lost 6-3, and that of course was a very bad game. And that was also a very long game too, 3 hours and 45 minutes just to see the Giants lose to the Nats 6-3. Yeah, that was a pretty disappointing moment. But I think the worst moment of the baseball vlog has to be when I made my prediction that Dodgers were gonna beat the Giants 2-1. And as much as it doesn't sound like it was a bad moment, but the fact that I predict my team to lose for the first time, and the fact that I picked my biggest rival to win, to beat against us, I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. And the fact that the final score was also 2-1, I mean, I got a lot of stick from the people that I was sitting. A lot of people literally hate me after when I said that we were gonna lose 2-1, and we eventually did lose 2-1. But when I heard about Bumgarner, I feel for you guys. Yeah, the Bumgarner situation, I don't really want to talk about that a lot because it's just becoming a meme right now with the Bumgarner and also his dirt bike stuff. You know, I really don't want to hear it. It just annoys the hell out of me. But yeah, my worst moment obviously is when I predicted that Dodgers were gonna win 2-1, and they did win 2-1. But yeah, I think that is pretty much it. We have to beat Toronto FC in 2018. Oh my god, I feel like that's a little bit too kind of extreme to say that. First of all, I don't know if we're gonna play Toronto next season. Remember, they're in the Eastern Conference, and we usually don't play a lot of Eastern Conference team. Usually we just like randomly pick which Eastern Conference team we're gonna be playing. So I'm not sure we're going to play Toronto next season. Giants had to sign better player. I mean, we have now got Evan Longoria, so that's something. Although, to be fair, that's really nothing. I mean, you know, I don't know why in the world did we decide to sign Longoria. I mean, he is literally way past his prime, and the fact that I think a lot of people have been already saying it, the team looks too old, okay? The team started to look really, really old. There's been just too many guys that is way past their 30 age limit of what you would consider them being in their prime and being in the best talent of their career. So I just think that, you know, for us, we need to get some younger players in. We're basically coming into this season potentially have the oldest kind of squad in the entire league, and usually old squad does not do very well in terms of in terms of going into a season. So hopefully that will be the case. When I see the turn last scene, it gave me headache. It gave me headache too. I mean, it was especially that 9-game losing streak. That, you know, I would say maybe that if I had to like just combine it, that probably was like the worst moment, because oh my god, 9 games. Can you imagine going to the Giants game and doing that 9-game stretch? You will see them lose every single time. That was absolutely brutal, and I think even doing like the 7th or 8th time, I just didn't like. I wasn't even feeling disappointed after all, because I've been feeling this kind of disappointment for the last 6 or 7 times. I just thought, well, it's just another game. It's just been that kind of the season. We have just been really, really shit. But yeah, hopefully next season it gets a little bit better. But knowing that how we got a very kind of aging squad, and like I said about how aging squad usually don't do very well, I don't know. I don't know if this is gonna be a good year. I don't think the even year kind of conspiracy that we have is gonna return to us. I think this even year magic that we have and the even year bullshit that we had, yeah, it's gonna eventually run out, and I just hope that it doesn't, but I just have a feeling that it might run out. But either way, guys, I'm actually just gonna end the stream right here. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it has been just a pretty good year. I hope you guys enjoyed this. You happy the Quake sign player from Reno? I haven't really looked at some of the players that we have signed from Reno. I know we definitely got a couple of center backs and stuff like that. Whether or not they will, of course, get into the starting 11 with the Quakes, it's highly doubtful. I mean, usually players that plays in the lower league doesn't usually do very well in MLS. So I really highly doubt that all the signing that we made from Reno is going to, they're not going to get a lot of starting time. And I think the only time that they will get starting time and they will get minutes on the field will probably be either in the US Open Cup or maybe in the preseason, or maybe if one of them do really perform very well in the preseason, I think they'll probably just come off the bench. I really don't see them just like starting in one of this game. But yeah, it should be a very interesting kind of 2018. Hope you guys continue supporting my channel and continue to like watch my content. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this kind of 2017 channel review. And if you guys are watching this and you're brand new to this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And yeah, thank you for watching. Go to a Burlington Dragon FC game. Well, unfortunately, they don't exist anymore. They folded last season. So yeah, I hate to say I mean, I would definitely go to a Burlington Dragon game as part of my Sports Hub series, but unfortunately they just folded last season, and the same goes with the Deltas. But either way, like I said, hope you guys enjoyed this, and yeah, Happy New Year to everybody, and I of course will see you guys in 2018. And actually, I will do one more video tomorrow, and I will of course do a big announcement that I'm going to be making. And I was actually gonna probably release that video like a couple of days ago, but I decided to wait till the last day of the year. So technically this is not the last video of 2017, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I of course will see you guys next time.